Welcome to the Whiskey Chasers, where we talk about our passion for whiskey and its history, either amongst ourselves or while interviewing distilleries, all while enjoying a glass. I'm Steve.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Chris.
Please enjoy responsibly while enjoying this week's episode of the Whiskey Chasers.
Yeah,
Around that time.
Oh, that's when you bought it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I bought it and it was like, you guys came over and like, what's this? And I was like, oh, Sun Bear. It's the new thing.
Okay.
Like that's how it's already been that long. So have we been doing the podcast that long?
I don't think it was in 2020 that we started, though.
It had to have been 2021. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I must have just bought this though. At any rate, I'm going to drink tonight. Actually, I feel like we have a good amount of like really good stuff opened up at this point, Steve. And I haven't like really smoked a whole lot of the stuff we've opened up since we've been.
Good.
So it'd be nice to revisit some of the stuff. But I did smoke some stuff from the show. That Peter Stokeby PS80.
Yeah.
Did you get some of that?
I did. That was the Norwegian or whatever?
I think so.
Or Netherlands or something like that?
Yeah. So far, that's like really good.
Is it good?
Have you tried it?
I have not tried it. I did pick some up. And this was at that pipe show that we did in Columbus there. So it was the North American Pipe Collectors
Society.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is the show we did there. And yeah, picked up a couple of tobaccos.
Couple of different blends that they had for people to just pick. They didn't have a ton of tobacco, but they did have a lot of pipes.
Sure, yep.
A lot of cool people.
I picked up some estate pipes, so I'm smoking one of my new ones today.
Nice. What is that one?
I'm trying to see. It is
Is it Stanwa? No.
A Big Ben Royal Silver.
Okay.
Yep. And so picked it up. It's a little bit of a smaller bowl, which is nice because when we're doing these podcasts, I always feel like I waste so much
tobacco.
Yeah. So having a smaller bowl is nice. And then this stem has like this bump system here, and it just fits in the hand really nicely.
Don't you love when you pick up a pipe and it fits your hand perfect?
Fits really nicely. Yeah.
That's how you know.
It reminds me of a duck call.
Yeah, it does look like a duck call a little bit. So this is going to be the inaugural smoke in it. So we will see how it goes.
All right, and we're going to load it up with Junkyard Dawg.
Junkyard Dawg, perfect.
Which we have done before. Because for the people listening, this is going to be a redo episode.
This is kind
We're just going to be honest about
it. This is not the first time this has happened to us.
We recorded this. It was a great recording. How would Donald Trump say that? It was the best recording.
It was the best.
It was the best.
Yeah.
It was a great recording. All the other recordings are just
And luckily for this episode and the other one, neither of them were first timers for us or anything like that. We have had these bottles before. So no, there was no like uniqueness that we're going to be missing out on. So that's good.
Other than the Junkyard Dawg, we did pop this tin.
Yeah, we did pop the Junkyard tin.
2017, and it has some age on it. Junkyard Dawg, but the computer ate the episodes. That's why we're redoing them. Yeah,
and we're going to be smoking Tincup or drinking Tincup.
We could smoke it.
We could, I suppose, soak something. But yeah, so drinking Tincup
to go along with our camping theme. Because you can't camp without Tincup.
Tincup is the best.
It's the
when it comes to camping.
And of all the ones to lose, I was like, this is the camping.
I know.
We have to redo that. So Junkyard Dawg, it's an American blend. Burley's in Latakia and Bright, Virginia. So it's going to go along well with an American bourbon, Tincup, in the camping setting. So let's load it up.
I just grabbed my glass.
There you go. Yeah. So I know for me, Tincup is the bottle I take with me when I go camping.
Do you go through quite a few bottles of Tincup?
During the summer, I do because I always take it camping. So yeah, that's really the only reason I go through it. I mean, it's a fine whiskey. It's good. I enjoy it, but they really killed it on the marketing more than anything else.
Got a cup right in.
Yeah. So it just really fits with the outdoors, and the bottle shape and the tin cup that comes with it, the like shot glass and everything. It just makes it really good for outside.
I've gone through one bottle of Tincup in my adulthood.
Only
really?
one?
Just one, and it was a 10-year.
So many.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I was never like a big fan of the liquid inside. I love the bottle. I love the idea. Like, great idea.
Other than it needs a handle.
It needs a handle.
It needs a handle, and I think like well, the wife and I are not big campers.
Right.
Like she doesn't like the outdoors as much as I do. She likes to go hike,
Right.
but I mean, I'd be all for taking a bottle of Tincup, hiking with us, and drinking while we hike. But it would just be me drinking it.
Hiking, climbing, camping.
That may put a damper
fishing.
on the full hiking experience if I'm the only one drinking the entire thing.
It is a different
When you gotta
experience
drink
when
it-
you drink while you do it.
If you're hiking and you're you have to drink it quick because you don't want to keep carrying that big heavy bottle. around.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It has too much weight. Yeah.
Didn't we say wasn't because we looked up their
Yes.
maybe I'm jumping ahead, but their website has a whole bunch of really cool stuff. But I think did they have a satchel or did I come up with the idea for a
So
satchel?
what they have, they leaned hard into the outdoorsy stuff. So like their stuff online, they have lots of camping chairs, and I think they have some satchels. They have trekking poles
but do
with
they
their
have
name on it.
one that the bottle fits in?
That's right. Yeah.
With
so
a carrier,
what
like
it
my
is-
thermos for my thermoses.
So they don't have that, but they do have aluminum or steel bottles.
Steel bottle, like an
Yeah.
actual bottle.
Yeah, the
They were
bottle
half of it.
itself
Steel.
is steel.
And you can buy it, and it comes with the liquid in it,
Yes,
right?
yeah, it's a 2-pack. It's a 2-pack
375.
of 375.
I forgot about that, and I was going to buy those.
But they also have a fly fishing set. That
They
was
do-
the other thing
yep.
that we found.
Yeah, they had a pull rod and reel.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm going to ask that for Christmas.
Which is fantastic. But yeah, Tin Cup has always been on my list of don't get, mainly because outside of this, or like if we're camping, fishing, if we're outdoors, maybe it fits. It's very light. And it almost Tin Cup was around before American single malts were big.
Sort of. Yeah.
Sort of.
Mhm.
Big, not
Big,
before they became
yes.
around, but before they got big.
Yeah.
And Tin Cup has that same light, almost watery that American single malts have for me. And I think that's one of the reasons why I was turned off from it from the beginning, was because there wasn't enough oomph to it. There wasn't enough body to it for me.
And that makes sense based on their history.
And I think kind of what they're going for. You don't want too much body. That's why when we were looking at bottles to pick for the camping experience, the camping kind of thing,
The camping connoisseur.
yeah. It's you have to think like this goes along with camping, but would you really want to sit and drink it in the heat? You know what I mean? So there was a lot of bottles that were like, that's camping. But is it?
Yeah.
You know, Tin Cup actually is camping, and it's thin enough that it would be good for camping, right? Even after a long hot day. I mean, again, you're probably not drinking this at 3 p.m, but like 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock at night when the sun's kind of going down and it's cooling down and you're about around the fire. Yes, sir. Like you're drinking this.
But I will say, even at 3 o'clock, with the idea of it being camping, light, outdoorsy, right? It's hot out. If I take this on the boat, or if I take this fishing, or if I take this on a hike, I take it anywhere outdoors, I'm perfectly fine drinking this all day, with the idea that if I spill any of this or it drops, I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a big loss, but I'm also not going to be like, this is not scotch. You know, this is not hearty. This is not heavy.
This is enjoyable because of the ambiance. This is enjoyable because of where you are and
It
what you're
adds to
doing.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, the liquid itself is just fine. Like this is nothing to write home about in terms of that. No, they did get their start in the American single malt world. And so Stranahans started first. And
Before Tin Cup.
Before Tin Cup.
Yeah, which most people have that backwards.
Right. Yeah. No, it was Stranahans first. And then because the people that liked Stranahans wanted a bourbon, one of the guys broke off and decided to start doing the tin cup.
Well, so I think it's funny that you have the idea that people see Tin Cup coming before Stranahans, simply because Stranahans came out and no one really paid attention to it. The minute this hit the shelves, like even before it really hit the shelves, Proximo is the company that owns it, and they are an advertising. I think Mad Men, every time I think of Proximo, they are like an ad agency for liquor. And they did a fantastic job pushing this even before it hit the shelves. And so people were like, oh, this is really good. This had to come out before anything else. this had to come out before Stranahan's. Like Stranahan's came about because of this. It's the opposite.
Right. Yeah, and it's partly because, like you said, American Single Malt wasn't big yet. And nothing rivals bourbon anyway. Right. And so, like, even now, American Single Malt has gotten bigger, but it's still a bourbon world. And so, yeah, it's. But you're right. Proximo is amazing at marketing, and they killed it on this brand in particular.
I mean, even down to the label, that blue and the yellow, off yellow kind of look. You know, it always, those colors are like Fallout colors, by the way. Like if you ever played the
That's
Fallout,
true.
it's very much, but it kind of harkens back to that 1950s, which I think of a lot of cool camping stuff with the 1950s. They had a lot of cool like summer camp stuff and like different, you know.
They had a lot of cool ideas that came out.
Yeah, I just think about I feel, and you know, actually it kind of reminds me of the first Friday the 13th. Because if you remember that first one, it's not set. I mean, it's the first one set in the 70s, but it goes back, the beginning of that first movie, it goes back to like the 50s. And that's where like Jason died or whatever. Yeah. And they're camping there. And it's kind of those colors and that kind of 50s vibe with the camping, archery and canoeing. This just kind of like the colors even and the bottle fits into that kind of the same way. You know what I mean? Again, like the marketing was just... has been done excellently, and then it's even got. We've talked about this on other episodes because we did that. We've done Tincup before, haven't we?
This is our second time.
Right, not that's been released.
Not it's been released. Yeah,
we talked about. Does Stranahans have that same?
We did.
Stranahan's has the metal top.
We did do Stranahan's.
Okay. Because we've talked about that before, the top.
Oh, so that the logo?
Yeah, the logo.
So the logo
top
is special just to Tincup. But it's we've talked about Tincup and their logo quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like we've talked about that logo before.
We very much could have. Yeah.
But that even looks, you know, I mean, it's got the hiking with the pickaxe, or what do you call that? The hiking.
Yeah, like mountaineering.
Yeah, the Lara Croft, whatever it is. I don't know what you call that thing.
The pickaxe?
I think it is a pickaxe.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's like the climbing axe thing. Yeah. I don't know what you call that.
A pickaxe.
Is that a pickaxe?
I think so, yeah. I think that's just a pickaxe.
That's like the same thing you use to like dig for gold, right?
Which is a pickaxe, yeah. That's the one.
Is it an ice pick? It's not an ice pick.
I guess, but maybe an ice pick,
There's probably a word for that. That's super cool that we don't know.
Maybe.
Somebody is listening and like, it's this, you idiots.
Right. Yeah.
Ice hammer?
I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's like it's like a cross between a hammer and an axe and
a climbing
Halligan and I don't know what it is.
Yeah. If you do know, please text us and let us know. Yeah.
But I mean, even that looks like super campy.
It does. And this was started in 2014. And so it started a little while back now. And it's in Denver. That's very much a Colorado company.
It started the same year that I graduated college and got married.
Wait a minute. This came out in 2014?
Yeah. That's what you
just said. It came out when I started my job.
Right.
That's not that long ago. So that hasn't been out that long.
Like 10, 11 years.
11 years. Yeah, that's
11 years.
I just feel like it's been around a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
But yeah, it was started by Jess Graber, who is one of the co-founders of Stranahans. And their story on how Stranahans got started is he was a volunteer firefighter and he got called up to a barn fire and in Denver area there. And he called up to the Stranahan barn. And while they were talking, after everything was taken care of, started realizing, you know, they both were distillers. I think Stranahan was more of a brewer, but Graber was a distiller and he wanted to start a brand. But Graber whiskey doesn't sound great. So because of that, he was like...
It's almost like Gerber.
Right.
Like Gerber whiskey for kids.
For the babies.
For the kids.
So he was like, if you put up some money, we'll name it after you. And so they said, all right, let's do it. And that's how Stranahan's got going. And like I said, after a while, he's been asked to start making bourbons and spun off Tincup after that.
No. So wait, Stranahan started in 14?
No, Tincup started in 14.
When did Stranahan start?
Stranahan started in
Sorry to cut you off.
Spinoff of Stranahan, which Stranahans was purchased by Proximo in 2010.
Okay, so they've been around even longer
But
than
it's
that.
been
Okay.
before then that it was started. Yeah,
So Tincup, not made by them.
correct.
It's sourced.
Yep, it's an MGP, along with some Stranahans added to it.
They cut it with a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is cut with Stranahans.
They do a Tincup 10-year bourbon. This is an American whiskey. This is not a bourbon.
Correct.
So
Because it's cut with the Stranahan.
I was gonna say, is it because it's cut with the Stranahans, or is it something with the Mashbill?
This particular one is
I don't think you can cut something and call it bourbon.
You can't,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
But
Yeah,
I'm curious
I
what I'm curious about the Mashbill too.
So the mash bill does meet bourbon requirements.
Okay.
It's 64% corn, 32 rye, 4 malted barley, and then the single malt being
Like if
added
this
to
was
it.
finished in Stranahan's barrels, that'd be fine. But the fact that they're actually adding to the
Yep,
I don't think
exactly.
you can.
We don't know how much single malt is in it, but it's not a lot.
It can't be a ton because I don't hate it.
Right. Exactly. That's your giveaway right there.
But how old is this guy? Do we know the age of this guy?
On the regular stuff, we don't know. They do make a 6-year that's like $5 more,
Okay.
and then a 10-year. So my guess is between 4 and 6 would be
I've
my
never
guess.
seen a 6-year.
Yeah, I saw it today when I went to the liquor store.
So 6 years today.
So,
How
yeah.
about that? The 10-year is good, and they're all fairly well priced.
Yeah.
They also have rye versions.
They do. They have a rye. They have the 10-year, the 6-year. I think that might be it.
Okay. But is this the only one cut with Stranahans?
No, they all are.
Except for the
well, probably
10-year?
not the bourbon.
Okay.
But other than the bourbon, they're all cut with some Stranahans.
Interesting. Even the rye.
I believe so.
Okay.
Which we've had the rye.
I don't know that I've had the rye.
Yeah,
I don't remember the rye.
it's like green. It's like a
Yeah,
green
well,
version of
it's
that.
same
Did
color.
you see that today? The rye?
I did not see the rye. I saw
Yeah.
the 6-year, the 10-year, and this one.
I don't.
I know I've seen the rye. I just
You've
don't
seen it. Right?
remember.
I'm not crazy, right?
No,
Yeah.
I've seen
That's
it.
the thing.
It exists, and I have seen it in liquor
Yeah.
stores here in Ohio.
I feel like I had a bottle and I drank it. Almost positive.
Did I drink it with you?
Yes.
Well, apparently it's very memorable.
Yeah, very memorable. I remember being like, "This is bullet rye," which this is kind of
Fair.
bullet tin cup. Also,
I find it interesting that Graber is the head distiller of Stranahans and started with all that, and then he broke this off and doesn't distill it. It's all sourced.
I don't know why not. Why not distill it?
Yeah, I don't know, unless it's just because he's trying to work for Stranahans and like that's where he's spending his energy and time.
I just feel like it wouldn't be too hard to.
I mean, it would make sense if MGP owned it, that he'd be getting it from MGP. It'd be cheaper, but
I'm kind of surprised they
Proximo?
haven't acquired the what
MGP
I mean?
hasn't tried. Yeah. Well, this is Proximo's baby. This is their.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, this was their thing. I don't know, because the only other one at the time was Pendleton, and Pendleton might be their branch in the Canadian whiskey too.
Yeah.
But
Pendleton does have Canadian roots
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
but I don't remember if it was Proximo started or if Proximo bought out Pendleton. Because I think this one wasn't a buyout. This was their like.
Yeah, this one
This is
they
theirs,
started.
yeah.
Yep, they bought Stranahans in 2010 and then they came out with this in 2014.
You know what though? It is good. Like it is. It's not. So yesterday I was looking for something to drink, and I just haven't really like branched out. No, I've been drinking like pretty good stuff for a minute, and I was looking, and I found I think it's like a 9-year or 10-year. It was Canadian Club,
Oh, okay, yeah.
which I'm a fan. You know, I like Canadian Club, and but it wasn't even their bottom. It was like the one I got that was in. I think it might be a 9-year, something like that. And I poured some of it and I drank it. And I was like, you know what? Boy, this tastes cheap, right? Like, and because it's been a while since I've had it and everything else. And I was like, man, this is thin and cheap and ethanol-y. And I forget. I've always been a big like proponent. I've always been like, hold on, Canadian Club's good. You know what I mean? Like, but I had it yesterday and I was like, God, this is pretty, bottom barrel, right? And now I'm comparing this to that, and wow, like this is like, this is like major league, and that was like backyard baseball.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, really, like when you compare the two. So I think for us, sometimes we get we forget, right? Because we start trying other, then we're kind of to that point that we forget that actually this stuff still is worth its weight.
Yeah, and this is what I would consider a cheap bottle. And so it was, after tax, it was still less than $25. It was 24 something.
So a good reminder that this is actually a really good cheap bottle, because there are bottles like this Canadian Club is probably not much less than that.
Yeah.
And when you can compare the two, granted one's a Canadian and everything else,
Right.
but it's like you forget that this actually it has its place. And for a camping bottle, you don't want it to be too expensive.
Right,
So, I mean,
exactly.
you're talking $25 for a bottle that comes with its own cup. Not bad.
Not bad.
And the bottle is shaped. Did we talk about this time?
No, that bottle shape is great for this guy because it doesn't roll around. It's
Doesn't
that
roll.
hexagonal kind of look to it, so it doesn't roll about in your bag or across the truck bed or whatever,
Or down a hill if
Down
you're,
the hills, yeah.
whatever you're doing.
I
It was
appreciate
designed that
across the truck bed.
Yeah, across the truck bed.
He meant not inside, but outside.
Right. Oh yeah.
On
Oh,
the
yeah.
bed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On the bed. Yep.
Not the cab.
I know.
The bed.
Yeah, not the cab.
Yeah.
Surely not.
On the bed.
Surely not the cab.
But that's a cool little unique design feature that people just think it's aesthetic, but actually it's functional.
For camping and for hiking, camping, any kind of outdoorsy stuff, it's very functional.
You drop that, on a kind of a bank, it's not going to just roll.
Like I said, their website is almost more of a gear website than it is a whiskey website. I mean, they sell so much stuff in terms of gear, like for camping.
And they have some, I mean, it's Proximo that owns them. Proximo is very much a marketing company, but they're probably the only brand that I've seen that does clothing or materials or like any kind of like hatware, glassware, anything like that. They do it really, really well.
Well, I think it's like they're getting the same. It's almost like they partnered with REI and they're getting that stuff and putting their name on it. Which, I mean, if REI could sell liquor, this would fit right in. Like,
would
you
be
put that
their
on the
bottle.
shelf, and like people would be like, "Yep," and we also have liquor.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be $40 there.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna be a little bit more money, but you're in the co-op.
yeah, right, that's true. You
So
do get your 5%
You're
back.
gonna get a 5%.
So-
I am gonna use my deductible. You bet your sweet buns, I'm gonna do it.
I actually have, speaking of their stuff, Chris and I have small pint glasses maybe from them. They're metal pint glasses.
Yeah.
And then they also
They're tin.
tin
They're
tin
tin
cup.
cups.
Yep.
Tin cup.
They also did
they're bigger.
I don't know if they still do them, but they did mugs for camping. So they were out of aluminum or
Yeah.
like tin, and they had the handle was a carabiner.
Yours carabiner.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
That's for sale on their websites.
They still have it?
They still
Oh,
got
yeah.
that.
They ought to have Zippos. They ought to partner with Zippo too. That'd be
Zippo
cool.
would be another good brand to
that'd
do
be
stuff
with
with.
that logo, right? I mean, it's endless. And actually, this is one of the bottles that I will fairly regularly pour into my Stanley flask.
Yeah.
And I take that flask camping. I take it golfing mostly. But I would take that fishing because it's the perfect size. It's that, it's not like a fat one. It's like more of the thin one. It's like long and skinny. Fits right in a shirt pocket. Like it's perfect. But I will fill that up with Tincup pretty often.
Yeah.
That's like so Tincup's kind of my go-to flask whiskey. And again, that kind of checks all those boxes. Like, because if you're taking a flask, it's one of those hobbies or activities that's kind of outdoorsy, adventure kind of a thing.
Do you think they would have survived, or even done well within the whiskey bourbon community had they not gone after or went geared towards like camping, hiking, outdoorsy stuff?
They'd have to have some sort of a niche. Like I said, the whiskey itself is fine. And so they have to match it with some sort of a niche, some sort of a reason to have it. Another thing that we haven't talked about, though, that you do need at least a little bit of quality, because if you're camping, it's going to be warm. You're not necessarily having ice or like mixers as much.
That's what I was saying.
And so it's got to be at least good enough that you can drink it straight. I mean, yeah, there is campers that are going to have chest coolers and ice and all that kind of stuff. But if you're doing the mountaineering stuff or the backpack, like that kind of thing, you're not going to have ice.
I mean, this is really designed to be just drank as is. And actually, it would probably make pretty good cowboy coffee.
It probably would. Yeah.
But I think you hit it there, Steve, because what I don't get with this is like any sort of ethanol-y, young. It doesn't taste young. It's not bitey for the people that are like afraid of that. It's not too thin, but it's thin enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I really think it kind of checks a lot of the boxes.
It does.
See, I would say it's not too thin. It is thin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not, for as thin as it is and as light as it is, people are probably like, oh, that's super young. Like at the look. It's got to be young. But it to your point, it doesn't taste young.
Again, I almost wish I could. We should just go get it. But if you were to try this next to like the Canadian Club, or like you're like, oh no, that's thin, like that's paper thin. This is more construction paper.
And we have no idea how much Stranahans they use to cut.
We do not. They don't disclose how much there is, but it's pretty well accepted that it's not a lot. So it's not like a 50-50 or anything like that. It's going to be less than 5%.
Really?
You think it's less than 5?
I would say probably 10 to 15.
You think so? Oh, I don't think I'd go that high.
I think they would let us know if we reached out to them.
I don't know.
That'd be nice.
We should find out.
It would be
Yeah.
nice to know. I think 10% would be cool.
Yeah.
Leave it at that. Because also with Stranahans, and we talked about it, is they use a little bit of that water
Do. Yep. It's the Rocky Mountain
from
water.
the Rocky Mountains. And I think that's so cool. Just hate single malts, but I love the. And I think I mentioned this with Stranahans. Why don't they make Tincup there with the water?
Yep. So this is made with Rocky Mountain water.
This is?
This is. So I don't know.
What are they
so I don't
shipping
know.
that to freaking MGP in
I don't know,
Indiana?
but they,
Well, I gotta believe
do
they
claim-
age it. I gotta believe they probably age it out and.
Well, they might cut it with the water
Yeah, and maybe that's what they mean by it.
No, they're probably cutting it. Yeah.
because they're proofing it down with the water. Sure, yeah. But it's not like grain to glass from the
No,
Rocky
no.
Mountain,
No.
the Rocky Mountains, which I think they're missing out on that.
But so the reason I think it might be 10 to 15, I wonder if it's 10 to 15% cut is if they're getting it and aging it out there, we're probably talking by the time they pull it out from the barrel, 120 proof, maybe 126, if that. If it's any higher, then they really got to proof down with some water.
Yeah.
Because it's 94 proof.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, no, 84 proof.
84. There we go.
So
yeah.
I mean, they're
look,
really,
this actually's got a bit of flavor for being only 84%.
which makes me wonder if they cut quite a bit with Stranahans and then the rest with water, because it still has quite a bit of flavor. Like you're saying, quite a bit of flavor for 84 proof. I mean, they got to be doing something to add in flavor.
It's only 42%. I mean, that's a lot of flavor for that.
It is. It is. It's a lot of flavor for that proof.
I mean, when you put it up against, like, say, a JTS Brown 80, not even the bottle and bond. I mean, the 80, the half a gallon plastic container. You know what I'm saying? And that's not thin, but
Oh, it is aged in Indiana, so it's not aged there.
yeah.
So they age it in Indiana. They blend a small amount of.
Where do they bottle it? Does it say?
Doesn't say where they bottle it. Just that they
I guess in their bottle.
distilled and aged in Indiana, blended with a small amount of Colorado single malt. Then these whiskeys are cut with Rocky Mountain water. So they blend it first and then cut it with the water.
You just think that they would want to do all that in house.
Yeah.
You
I know.
would think. I think that's what he
That's
wants
got
to
to be
do.
a pain to
why
ship
they're-
and all that
yeah.
stuff. I just don't get it.
When you have access to a still and a distill, like, why are you shipping it across the country like that?
Unless the land is a premium for them, but then build up.
Yeah.
Make it the world's skinniest, tallest brick house. I don't know,
But I mean, you're also talking 4 years after. I mean, just 4 years after Proximo bought them, so they were probably around for a little while prior to that. So their stuff was probably aging. They had some time to, if they wanted to do whiskey, or bourbon, they had time. They could distill and let it sit. You would think.
Yeah, I don't know. And the only thing I can think of is maybe there's some animosity there between Stranahans and Tincup that they don't want to use their stills for it. But I don't know.
I'd put all that aside, and I would literally just do the 10 cup. I wouldn't even do a whole lot more with the different variations, but I would really make 10 cup and Stranahans and call it a day.
Put those together.
Put them together and really kind of work on the marketing angle a little bit more. And they're already doing a lot of the other accessories, but I would really kind of throw that in there And maybe if I own this place, my distillery, like my shop, would be my own, like super awesome, super cool, almost standalone sporting goods type of store, like an old school one, like what do you call that? Like an old tackle, like bait and tackle shop, but a little bit more camping involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real throwback type stuff.
Yeah.
That would be cool. And then, but it'd be a distillery, right? But I'd sell my own crap there, and I'd be like, "Oh, you want a canoe while you're here? Yeah, we sell them.
Yeah.
You know,
You bring up a good point. Tincup could do really well if they made it themselves. Their entire place was up in the mountains, and they had a hostel
You
that
got
they
yourself
also
a
ran.
lodge.
Oh,
you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah,
right.
you could
Like,
make
you had
your
all
own
that.
lodge.
Yeah.
Like you could really kind
In
of
terms of a
capitalize on this
distillery tour at a lodge in the Rocky
Oh,
Mountains, I mean,
with a breakfast joint. You
come
get, like,
on.
right.
like the biggest flapjacks this side of God knows what. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, you really kind of make it a destination.
For sure.
Why not?
They're missing out.
They're missing out. This is not a bad idea. Get
Gotta
yourself
hire us to do this.
a couple
Come
of
on.
scouts or whatever. Like, hey, you want to learn how to fish?
Yeah.
We got a stream.
Yeah.
Sign up. You
National
know what I mean?
Jamboree is hosted there for the Boy Scouts every year.
Dude,
There you go.
there you go. And all the adults can get drunk, and all the kids can just light stuff on fire. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a little farther away from
I'm
the
telling you,
distillery.
this is a gold mine of
I
an
think
idea.
it would be. It
I
really
agree.
would.
Yeah.
Because even during the winter, you could have it for skiing and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's all season activities that would go along with this bottle.
For sure.
You would have plenty of stuff to keep you busy throughout the entire year.
Oh,
Yeah, and people would. I think it's a destination.
Why
spot.
don't they do that? I don't think there's any distilleries that are like that.
No, there's not.
That's such a
There's no like
loss.
lodge or
It's
like
such a waste? Yeah, and they're in the
log
perfect
cabin
place for it.
type distillery in the mountains.
They are in
that
the
I'm
perfect
aware of.
spot for it.
And they've got the perfect brand that they've built for it.
No, I mean, nobody else could do that and pull it off.
Speaking of Stranahans, I was listening to another podcast. It's called Marketplace. It's all about it's a business finance kind of podcast. But on Fridays they do a show, and the hosts usually make a cocktail or whatever and answer questions and stuff. But one of the hosts oftentimes drinks bourbon and makes like bourbon cocktails. And it's a lady, and she was doing it, and she got a bottle of Blue Peak from Stranahans to make with it because she was out in Aspen doing a thing. But she couldn't figure out what to call it. So she called it like Blue Peak was the name of the distillery. And it was with I forget how she worded it, but Stranahans was not the parent company. It was like Stranahans. It was like made by Stranahans for Blue Peak or something. She named it really weird.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow,
Like
I
a
thought
single
you'd be
barrel
better
pick
than this,
kind of a thing,
because you drink a lot of bourbon. But and she does a lot of like cocktails and like really cool cocktails. With it, I was really a little disappointed in her. So yeah, Kimberly Adams,
Disappointment.
Get better. Yeah.
You're better than this.
Do better. Come on.
Maybe she's not. Maybe she's not better than that.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's just what it is.
So yeah, she's but she was out there and she got a bottle of that and she enjoyed it. But yeah, I just really couldn't figure out what it was. Also, all this talk of gear. I also watch a TV show called Taskmaster, and it's
Task.
I feel like I've heard of
Taskmaster.
this.
Never heard
You've
of
maybe seen clips of it on like TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever, because it's a British show, and the only way you can watch them in the US is on YouTube.
Okay.
But
On
they just
YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah. But they go out and they do little silly things. But when they
like us.
yeah, like us, when they say like, oh, you've made a good set, or your gear is whatever, they call it a lovely piece of kit.
A lovely
Oh,
piece
a
of
piece
kit.
of kit.
A piece
yeah,
of kit.
because your kit
And
is
so
your
like pack or whatever, your setup is your kit. And I was like, I freaking love that.
Piece of
It's
kit.
like, you guys nailed the I love that. And
That's
so
a
I like-
bloody good piece of kit right there.
I really like calling my setups a kit
Yeah, a
because of
kit.
that.
Got a good kit over there.
People call a lot of different gear their kit.
Yeah.
I've heard that quite a bit.
So Tincup.
Tincup. What more is there
the
to say?
perfect bottle for camping.
The
And-
camping bottle.
Yeah,
I mean,
and this tobacco has gone great with it. And so, yeah, it's
it's an American blend.
It's an
just
American blend.
solid kind of. It's got some smoky English components, but it's got that burley, that American burley, and like the Virginias just kind of give it that like. It's not too overly English. You know what I mean? Which I think just little bits.
So you guys smoke
Sweet and
pipe
smoky.
while you're camping, right?
Oh,
Yes,
absolutely.
for sure.
I would not camp without one.
No,
Actually,
it's a staple.
I think I would turn if I forgot it. I'd just go home.
What kind of tobacco do you guys take with you? Is it all good for kinds, or you stick to one the entire time?
I mean, I would take something like this. Like I would take a blend.
Yeah, usually something. I don't really like necessarily an English blend. I think that's a little bit too
Because you're
heavy.
already by the fire.
Yeah, exactly. And so I want something a little bit lighter, like a Virginia or a Burley. And so maybe a Vesper would maybe, or a Vapor would
Vapor.
maybe be
Or
as strong as I would go. And so-
Vapor,
yeah.
like a burley Virginia. I think Perique goes well with camping, and I think it kind of keeps the mosquitoes away. So I always stick with like more of a burley. Honda Bookshop.
Oh, yeah.
I
That'd be a
smoke that
good
quite
one.
because it's easy. It's very easy to light and keep lit. It's just mostly burley and Perique. I think there's a hair of Virginias in there, but it's not aromatic. You don't want an aromatic
Why not?
when you're camping. I just don't think that. Well, again, we're talking about like it's hot.
Yeah.
Besides, it's like I just don't know if the sweet kind of smell when you're out there with the. Again, it goes with the camp. The fat fire's already so aromatic, and then you're throwing some sweet like stuff into the air. It's just not. I just don't think that that's the place for a aromatic.
I agree. It's kind of you're doing a manly thing, and you don't want it smelling like a cherry pie. So
I mean, it's. Would you drink a cocktail like like a really like an old? Would you drink an old
Like a
fashioned while
fancy
you're
cocktail?
camping?
yeah, not
No,
necessarily.
and really an aromatic's kind of like that, where it's like a frou-frou kind of a thing. You want a manly like a bird. I mean, honestly, OTC's probably the way to go. Like over the counter tobaccos with in a pouch, like maybe Sir Walter Raleigh,
Okay.
probably be perfect. Like the non-aromatic.
Yeah.
Which, if you've ever smoked it or looked at it, Sir Walter Raleigh comes in a great pouch that you can put in your pocket. Again, fishing vest, whatever. So that part's perfect. You can freaking sit on that stuff, put it in your back pocket.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, it looks like granola. You ever seen the cut of that stuff?
Yeah.
Literally looks like granola. So you stuff your pipe full of that and smoke it, and it's just you're off to the races. But it's mostly just burley. There's like a hint of cocoa in there, but not like an aromatic version of it. It's just like a very, it's topped the way Carter Hall is topped, which it's not an aromatic, but there is there's some
Technically something on it.
bourbon
Mhm.
flavoring in Carter Hall that most people don't realize.
Really?
Yeah, just very, very minute amount. But like a pouch tobacco would be great
Yeah.
for this, for camping, or But I think what we're smoking is great too.
It is. And it's smoking really nicely. Mine's going down to ash really well.
Oh, and you got your new pipe
and,
too.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a new pipe, so it's smoking pretty well. I'm relighting a lot, but it's smoking good while it's going.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How is that new pipe working out? Is it good?
it is good. I'm liking. Like I said, I really like the stem and the kind of like bump on it. It just fits really nicely. Like I said, I'm relighting a lot, but that's also because I'm talking a lot. But like I said, it's burning really nicely. It's not getting too hot or anything, so it's like a good length.
I almost
because of
can't
that.
smoke it hot. Like I've noticed, like my bowl is cool. Almost can't even get it hot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Which is kind of a good. I mean, it's a cool burning smoke.
Yeah.
Which is always something you're looking for. Any
Yeah.
pipe smoker's looking for that.
Right. And I've never had a Big Ben before, so I don't know anything about that type of the company or anything like that. But
I think he was Little John's brother,
oh right, yeah.
his big brother.
Big brother.
He's always minding the time.
Yes. Always, yeah.
Big Ben was.
Ferry's a clockmeister. All right. Well, until next time,
Until
gentlemen.
next time.
Thank
Thank you for listening to the podcast. If you want more great content and other perks, be sure to support the show by clicking the link in the show notes. We can be reached on our website, whiskeychaserspod.com, with any ideas for the show. Thanks again.